So Prime Minister Modi has now arrived and we are expected to begin in about 2 or 3 minutes, which is the official ceremony is going to begin. There's going to be a Vedic Yagna, I'm being told, that is also going to be performed to begin the ceremony. It's going to be a roughly 1 hour puja that is going to be pronounced and I've got a request from our good friend and panelist Dr. Rao that let's give a larger perspective. So can I just get my screen here on air for just a second? So I'll just give you the perspective of the geography of where this now sits. So of course the building that you're seeing is the entrance now. The compound, ladies and gentlemen, is roughly the same. So the compound doesn't change. There used to be this parliamentary complex right next to what is called Raisina Road, where the construction has happened. So now you can put this in perspective. So if towards the top of Raisina Hill, of course, here at the center you have Rashtrapati Bhavan, okay. Then you go down Jaipur column and you get what is now called Kartavya Path, which goes down to this square here. This is where the beating of the retreat ceremony takes place. This is called Vijay Chowk, okay. From the perspective of Vijay Chowk, this is the spot here, which you can see my cursor going. This is where we are currently live from, and this is where generally the media lives are happening. So currently, what you're seeing is you're seeing this perspective here, and which is why the old Parliament building is easy to spot. The new Parliament building is just in the direction of south to that, okay, heading towards the direction of the Yamuna. So the Rajya Sabha is the first thing that you see, the Lok Sabha, and there is no central hall. So you see the difference there, that you have the Lok Sabha, the Rajya Sabha, and the old Parliament. You had central hall, and you had the Secretariat building. This is the VIP entry on this side. Okay, so this time around, the national emblem which Sunil has just made, who we just spoke to, this is in the center. There are no construction cranes anymore. Since this image is a bit there, you see Prime Minister Modi now walking in. Now you get to see the full perspective of one of the facades of the Parliament building as the Prime Minister walks in, and that's an iconic shot. Okay, let's leave that on our screens, please. Let's go back full frame to this. So he's now walking to the spot. There you see it. Okay, so literally the one of the exits of the old Parliament building, that's on the right of your screens, is right next to the entry to the new Parliament building. Okay. So you can access the old Parliament. Literally, all you have to do is cross the street and you enter the new Parliament. So the compound is still exactly pretty much the same. You're getting shots here of the PM walking in. This is the old Parliament building behind him, and now it's the new Parliament building. So you can see that the compound, the facade is exactly the same. The stone is exactly the same. The design, of course, is substantially different. And there are a lot of statues that have been placed at the entrances, which are of course different. The iconography is different. It's been designed for an independent India. It's not been designed. The Prime Minister, of course, being received. The host of the ceremonies today, of course, is the Speaker of the Lok Sabha, Om Birla, who has received the Prime Minister. And he's walking to the spot where, of course, he's taking his shoes off. And the puja is about to begin. And Vedic Yagna, we've been told, is going to be performed. We're going to be live throughout all this. Quick thoughts from my best guest, Sandeep ji. It is heck of a moment.
It is an iconic moment, Rishabh ji, and I was hearing, each word which you were speaking because it is full of meaning. And I was just comparing the body language of our, most respected Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, is like that of a tiger who's laser focused on the development of the country. This is a defining moment. My eyes had gone moist that look how he is single-handedly taken the country forward. Today is probably the most historical day after the independence in 1947. And winds of change, winds of development, winds of a forward-looking man taking the country with the youngest, population, demographic dividend, is paying dividends, and today is a matter of pride for each and every citizen, not only India. Mr. Modi has brought the focus of by this one act of the whole planet, of the whole world on India. And today Mr. Modi stands tall amongst all world leaders who, he towers above them. Everybody looks up to him.
Okay.
And
okay. There was, yes. I'm just sorry to interrupt. Yesterday, of course, as the Prime Minister has walked in, the fountains have started. There was a bit of a thunderstorm yesterday morning, but it is bright summer sunshine in New Delhi this morning. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the perspective. This is the road between the old Parliament building and the new Parliament building. He is, of course, paid tribute to Mahatma Gandhi at the Gandhi statue. And this is literally a walk from the old Parliament building where the Mahatma Gandhi statue is. There used to be a wall here. That wall is now gone. And you're walking into the new Parliament building complex. And this is where I'm guessing there is going to be, there we go. This is where the yagna is going to be performed. And Shekhar, quick thoughts before the puja starts and we cut live.
I think, Rishabh, you hit the nail on the head. I think the weather gods have obliged us today. It seems even the gods are looking down at this and saying, you know what, let me make sure that this is going to be the biggest show on earth. Rishabh, I wanted to share this, this moment with you. A few days back, I was entertaining at an event where we had expats from all across the world who had come in. And they were asking me about this day today and why it's so symbolic. And I was explaining the larger relevance of this entire day. I feel this is not just a day which is very interesting for Indians. The whole world is looking at us with a lot of glee, with a lot of admiration, with a lot of with a sense of what India is capable of. So I think, this entire the inauguration will be. I know we're running out of time and the Prime Minister is going to start the yagna, but I think it's a symbolic day and it's great to be at this moment with you on this very interesting
show. All right. What you've just seen happen before we could just cut and listen is the Prime Minister being the first person to sign the Visitors Book of Parliament, which he's just signed. That, ladies and gentlemen, was the Singol. And a special area has been created outside the Parliament building. You can see the special scaffolding which has been created, or rather a temporary tent has been created where the yagna has been performed. So the yagna is happening right at the doorstep of the Parliament building. And let's do the best and get an opportunity. It's cultural and it's an opportunity just to listen in. Let's listen in now.
பாடிபாத்திர சுவாமிகள் திருப்பனந்தாள் காசி ஆதீனம் ஸ்ரீலஸ்ரீ சபாபதி தம்பிரான் சுவாமிகள்
துஞ்சலு துஞ்சலிலாத போடினோ நெஞ்சகம் நெய்து நினைவில் நாள்தோறும் வஞ்சகமற்று அடி
माननीय प्रधानमंत्री अभी गणपति होमम में भाग ले रहे हैं।
सर्वजनानुरंजक निखिल प्रपंच आदर्श भूत अत्युत्कृष्ट परिपालना व्यवस्था सिद्ध्यर्थम तदर्थम अस्मिन् संसद भवने योग्य निर्णय करणार्थम निर्णीतानां कार्याणां सकल प्रतिबंधक निवृत्ति पूर्वकं सफलता सिद्ध्यर्थम सर्वत्र विजयार्थम सर्वेषां जनानां सुख संतोषाद्यभिवृद्ध्यर्थम समस्ताभ्युदयार्थम संसद भवन प्रवेशांगत्वेन कृतानां सुदर्शन होम वास्तु होमादीनां अतिशय फल प्राप्त्यर्थम श्री महागणपति प्रीत्यर्थम श्री महागणपति होम पूर्णाहुतिम आचार्य मुखेन करिष्ये।
ये पर
माननीय प्रधानमंत्री अभी संकल्प ले रहे हैं।
बृहद्वरमशेषं भूतिरूपं पुराणम् अमरवरसुपूज्यं रक्तवर्णं सुरेशं पशुपतिसुतमीशं विघ्नराजं नमामि। श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। मनोरथान् प्रार्थयामि।
அங்கையில்லை வீரல் அங்கெழுத்துமே தும்மல் இருமல் தொடர்ந்த போதிலும் வெம்மை நரகம்
अथ देवता प्रार्थनम् नमः शिवाभ्याम् नवयौवनाभ्याम् परस्पराश्लिष्टवपुर्धराभ्याम् नगेन्द्रकन्या वृषभेकनाभ्याम् नमो नमः शङ्कर पार्वतीभ्याम् गङ्गातरङ्ग रमणीय जटाकलापम् गौरी निरन्तर विभूषित वामभागम् नारायण प्रियमरङ्गमदापहारम् वाराणसीपुरपतिम् भज विश्वनाथम् श्री काशी विश्वेश्वराय नमः आरोग्यम् पद्मबन्धुर्वितरतु नितराम् सम्पदम् शीतरश्मिः भूलाभम् भूमिपुत्रः सकलगुणयुताम् वाग्विभूतिम् च सौम्यः सौभाग्यम् देवमन्त्रे रिपुभज शमनम् भार्गवः शौर्यमार्किः दीर्घायुः सैंहिकेयो विपुलतरजषः केतुराचन्द्रतारम् अरिष्टानि प्रणश्यन्तु दुरितानि भयानि च शान्तिरस्तु शुभम् मेऽस्तु ग्रहाः कुर्वन्तु मङ्गलम् आदित्यादि नवग्रह देवताभ्यो नमः वसुदेवसुतम् देवम् कंसचाणूरमर्दनम् देवके परमानन्दम् कृष्णम् वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् यत्र योगेश्वरः कृष्णो यत्र पार्थो धनुर्धरः तत्र श्रीर्विजयो भूतिर्ध्रुवाने धर्मधर्ममा मातर्मे मधुकैटभग्निमहिषप्राणापहारोद्यमे हेलालम्बितधूम्रलोचनवधे हे चण्डमुण्डार्दिनी निःशेषीकृतरक्तबीजतनुजे नित्ये निशुम्भापहे शुम्भध्वम् सिरिनाशयामि दुरितम् दुर्गे नमस्तेऽम्बिके
अभी गणपति होमम में पूर्णाहुति हो जाता है।
बेबसावसाथे द्वारच्छिद्रामन्तवोह सर्गाः अवाजिनतमदृतानि विश्वाः तेन विद्रावरुणा सचेथे मोत्थानम् दिवो अरजिम् प्रसृज्या वैश्वानरमृताय जातमग्निम् कवितुम् सम्राजमजुभिञ्जनानाभासन्नाभात्रम् जनयन्तु देवाः याः फलिनीर्या अफला अपुष्पायाश्च पुष्पिणीः बृहस्पति प्रसूतास्तायो वैश्वानराय
सांसद का नई भवन का उद्घाटन उत्सव में भाग लेने के लिए सभी आदीनकर्ताओं, गुरु महासन्निधानों और तंबिरान स्वामीगणों है सबको स्वागत करते हैं। आदीनों को அனைத்து ஆதீன கர்த்தர்களையும் வந்து நிற்க வேண்டும் என்பதை நினைவுபடுத்துகிறோம்.
सप्तपदगिरम् नमः पूर्णाहुतिमुत्तमाञ्जुहोति सर्वम् वै पूर्णाहुतिः सर्वमेवाप्नोति अथो इदम् वै पूर्णाहुतिः अस्यामेव प्रतिष्ठते वसोद्धाराञ्जुहोति वसोर्मेधारा सदिव एषा होजते कृतस्य वा एनवेषा धारामस्मिन् लोके बिम्बवानोपतिष्ठत आद्येन जुहोतिते जोम आद्यन्ते जोमसोर्धारा तेजसैवास्मै
गणपति होमத்தில் பூர்ணாகுதி நடைபெற்றுக் கொண்டிருக்கிறது. அக்னி தேவன்
महागणपति होमे कर्मणि
நம்முடைய நாட்டிற்கு எல்லா வகையான நலங்களையும் வளங்களையும் வழங்குவதற்காக பூர்ணாகுதியில் பெருமிதத்தோடு நின்று நிலை பெற்று சகல விதமான சௌபாகியங்களையும் சுபிட்சங்களையும் தேசத்திற்கு வழங்க வேண்டும் என்கிற பிரார்த்தனையோடு இந்த பூர்ணாகுதி நடைபெற்றுக் கொண்டிருக்கிறது.
தோள் வள்ளல் மானத்தஞ்சாரன் எஞ்சாத வாழ்த்தாய நடிகார்
குருமகா சன்னிதானங்களை வடக்கு திசை நோக்கி நிற்குமாறு பணிவன்போடு வேண்டுகிறோம். सभी आदीनों ने सेंगोल को पूजा किया है और मंत्र शक्ति को जोड़ा है. माननीय प्रधानमंत्री अभी पूर्णाहुति के बाद अभी आ रहे हैं. सेंगोल के पास और आदीनों के पास आ रहे हैं. माननीय प्रधानमंत्री अभी सेंगोल को और सभी आदीनों को साष्टांग नमस्कार कर रहे हैं. स्वतंत्रता की पूर्व संध्या पर तिरुवावडुरै आदीनम ने पंडित नेहरू को सेंगोल भेंट किया. ओ घटना का पुनरावर्तन अभी तिरुवावडुरै आदीनम वही सेंगोल माननीय प्रधानमंत्री के पास सौंप देंगे. 5 आदीनम्स उनसे शामिल होंगे और सेंगोल को माननीय प्रधानमंत्री से पेश करें. तिरुवावडुरै आदीनम, धर्मपुरम आदीनम, मदुरै आदीनम, कुंड्रकुडी आदीनम, पेरूर आदीनम और वेलाकुरिची आदीनम.
தென்னாடுடைய சிவனே போற்றி, நாட்டவர்க்கு இறைவா போற்றி, அரசாழ்வரானே நமதே.
कोणरपदिकम 7वीं शतक में रहा संत एवं महात्मा त्रिज्ञान संबंधर से लिखा गया स्तोत्र है. ஸ்ரீல ஸ்ரீ குருமகா சன்னிதானங்களை அவரவர்கள் இருக்கைகளுக்கு சென்று அமருமாறு அன்போடு வேண்டுகிறோம்.
தோழி பங்கல் விடமுண்ட கள்ளல்
May we request the Honorable Prime Minister
திங்கள் கங்கை முடி மேல
माननीय प्रधानमंत्री
उड़मे
सेंगोल के साथ स्वयं प्रदक्षिणा कर रहे हैं.
बुधन व्याழன் शनि पाबिरण.
माननीय प्रधानमंत्री अब अपने आशीर्वाद के लिए सेंगोल 3 आदीनों के पास ले रहे हैं. नई भवन के अंदर जाने वाले औपचारिक जुलूस अभी शुरू होता है.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, quick update of what's just happened. So you've seen a quick puja yagna which has been performed. Now the Prime Minister is holding the Sengol in his hand. You've seen the ceremony take place in the two ancient languages of India, which is both in Sanskrit and in Tamil. These are the adinams from Tamil Nadu, the five principal representing the various sects who are now part of the official procession, which is coming from this tented area where they performed the puja, and this puja was for the Sengol. And this procession now is now entering the new Parliament building. Okay, so the yagna has been performed, as you can tell. It has happened. The chanting has happened in Tamil as well as in Sanskrit, the two ancient languages of India. So the Prime Minister is now coming in to the new Parliament building, having performed the puja, getting the Sengol into the Parliament building. So far he's been the first person to sign the visitors book. He's done Shraddhanjali, paid tribute to Mahatma Gandhi, and the Sengol puja has now been conducted. And this is the procession, and these are the adinams from Tamil Nadu who are escorting the Prime Minister. And this is the official first entry to the new Parliament that is taking place. And the only person, of course, with the Prime Minister is the Speaker of the Lok Sabha, which is Om Birla. Now there are 15 of them, of the adinams who are present, of which 5, of course, have been part. So this is the first shot from inside the Parliament building complex of this procession which is being led, and what a it's pretty iconic, pretty special. Indian culture and tradition is being marked out. There is something very poignant about what is taking place. And as I mentioned, the entire ceremony so far has taken place in the two ancient languages of India, primarily in Tamil. And some of the chanting has happened of the Vedic yagnas simultaneously that have taken place. So in fact, the commentary on the spot also being provided by the commentator was being done in Tamil and in Hindi and English. This is now entering, there is a courtyard inside the Parliament building, okay, and with trees. Have a look at this. Absolutely stupendous. First shots we are getting of many of these places looking nice.
सांस्कृतिक विरासत और आधुनिकता के संगम को अपने आप में समेटे हुए हैं।
जिस सेंगोल आज नई इमारत में स्थापित किया जाएगा,
तो भारतीय संसद गौरवशाली अतीत
पूर्व संध्या में भारत के प्रथम प्रधानमंत्री जी पंडित जवाहरलाल नेहरू को तिरुवावड़ुतुरै आदीनम में समर्पण किया गया था। राजदंड, सिंगोल, संसद के नए भवन में अभी माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने स्थापित करेंगे। एक औपचारिक जुलूस संसद के नए भवन में चल रहे हैं। पवित्र सिंगोल माननीय प्रधानमंत्री उसका विशेष जगह में अभी स्थापित करेंगे। 1947 ஆகஸ்ட் மாதம் ஸ்ரீரஸ்ரீ மகாசன்னிதானம் திருவாவடுதுறை ஆதீனம் அவர்கள் முதல் பிரதம மந்திரியாக இருந்த பண்டித நேரு அவர்களிடத்திலே வழங்கிய செங்கோலை தற்போது மாண்புமிகு பாரத பிரதமர் அவர்கள் கையில் ஏந்திக் கொண்டு ஆதீன கர்த்தர்கள் புடை சூழ நாடாளுமன்றத்தின் புதிய கட்டடத்திற்கு ஊர்வலமாக வந்து இப்போது அந்த புனித செங்கோலை அதற்கான உரிய இடத்தில் स्थापितम செய்கிறார்கள்। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री ने நாடாளுமன்றத்தின் புதிய கட்டடம் திறக்கப்படுவது உணர்வுபூர்வமாக விளக்குகிற வகையில் மாண்புமிகு பிரதம மந்திரி அவர்கள் பஞ்சமுக தீபம் ஏற்றி மங்களமும் ஒளியும் சேர்த்துக் கொண்டிருக்கிறார்கள். மாண்புமிகு நாடாளுமன்ற சபாநாயகர் அவர்கள் ஒளி சேர்க்கிறார்கள். माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी अभी மலர்கள் சடைகளோடு அரசாழ்வர் ஆணை நமதே அந்த மந்திர செங்கோலுக்கு மாண்புமிகு பாரத பிரதமர் அவர்கள் மரியாதை செலுத்துகிறார்கள்.
Okay, so what has happened is the Sengol has now been placed where it shall forever now remain, right next to the Speaker's chair in the Lok Sabha. And we are getting an opportunity now to see the entirety close-up of the new Lok Sabha, which is the peacock throne. The layout is very similar. So you have the secretariat chairs right to the left side of the Prime Minister, right side of your screens there. You can see all the screens that have been put up. So every chair, of course, is going to have a multimedia screen. There are huge screens. So technologically, you can see every single. It's like a screen which has been put on every single chair of the 888 seats that are there. So the final blessings he's taking from the Adinams from Tamil Nadu that has just taken place, and we are going in quick time. And just have a look at as we now pan up the sheer scale of what has just been constructed here. Truly iconic. So that's the well of the house as it is known. Hopefully a place which will be poignant and full of gravitas and not full of sloganeering and disruptions, but then it is a temple of democracy. The Prime Minister, of course, is being escorted through all of this with the Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla, who's now walking right behind him. So they're walking up from the well of the house now. The Tamil Adhinams are still at the well of the house. Look at this shot. All the screens are lit up. So every single, there's a lot of iconography which has been literally carved into the seats and chairs also. We'll try to get you better images later. The carpets are all made in India. They've been beautifully designed with the peacock emblem. The Rajya Sabha has been done on the basis of the lotus, the peacock, of course, symbolic to rule in India. And yeah, Shehnais in India's parliament, Lok Sabha. Who would have thought? Fascinating, absolutely fascinating. So they exit from the main door, which is up the central aisle in the Lok Sabha, and of course they exit, and there are two other. Look at this shot. Look at the symmetry. I must say the engineers and the architects have done a fabulous job. Have a look at this. So the grand hall, which is right outside the entrance to the Lok Sabha, and now, of course, as they're walking across the hallway to make entry, ladies and gentlemen, this is the spot where the grand staircase leads down the second aisle as they exit for the first time. The Prime Minister has visited this before. We've seen a few weeks ago he was taking a review. So he has entered the Lok Sabha, but this is the first official entry as Prime Minister as they exit. So you look at so the aisle has gone absolutely straight down, the door right in front, of course, being of the Lok Sabha. Now, at this point of time,
बिल्कुल तैयार है.
There is going to be another puja that is going to take place outside, and these are the Vedic rites which are going to take place. The Tamil rites for the Sengol have happened. The puja with the Vedic rites is now about to begin. And you can see the peacock iconography has been taken out outside as they enter the parliamentary compound. The area which has been sealed off here is where they are returning. This is the place that has been created right outside the parliament. So this is not the inside part. This is a temporary structure which has been built just for the purposes of the puja, which is now going to happen. You can see representatives of all Indian faiths, Buddhists, Christians, Muslims, Hindus, all being represented in this ceremony that is taking place. And this is, of course, the inaugural of the plaque. The Lok Sabha Speaker and the Prime Minister are inaugurating this grand plaque, which is now also going to forever reside outside the parliament.
मेरी संसद मेरा गर्व जो पानी से
just to update our viewers quickly. So what is happening now, these are the people who were part of the construction of the parliament, the laborers, the workers who are being honored by the Prime Minister. These guys are the guys, can be really emotional, no? Imagine they will remember for the rest of their lives, and they will tell their children which stones they laid, which mortar they applied, which beam they laid. And they are being given, of course, a shawl, and they're also being given a replica which has been made of the parliament. And we spoke with some of them, in fact, just yesterday, and we'll have a chance to speak to them a bit later today also. But yeah, an opportunity to honor the laborers from the various companies. You can see that one there working for the Tatas, the laborers from the various companies who actually built this parliament. What a day for them. Imagine, instead of honoring the Prime Minister, you are being honored by the Prime Minister, and he's giving you a memento. Let's listen in.
अनिल कुमार यादव जी बिहार से हैं। भवन की बाहरी दीवारों पर सैंडस्टोन लगाने का काम इन्होंने ही किया है। पूर्वोत्तर से है सुब्रता सूत्रधार, बंबू फ्लोरिंग का काम इनकी पहचान है। मुजफ्फर खान साहब झारखंड से हैं, ये मैकेनिक हैं। साइट पर किसी भी मशीन में कोई भी खराबी आई तो रिपेयर का काम इन्हीं के हाथों हुआ। धर्मेंद्र जी मूलतः दिल्ली से हैं। 2 वर्षों से ज्यादा हो गया इन्हें यहां सेवाएं देते हुए। ब्रास पर गैस वेल्डिंग का काम इन्हीं के हाथों हुआ है। और भोले की नगरी बनारस से आनंद विश्वकर्मा जी, इन्होंने दोनों चैम्बर्स की सीलिंग और कुर्सियों का काम संभाला है। इनके नाम में ही विश्वकर्मा आता है। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। नमन, शत शत वंदन।
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.